Joining us right now is Variety's co-editor-in-chief, Cynthia Littleton. And Cynthia, every time I think I understand this story, there's more that gets dropped, that gets reported, that gets put through in lawsuits at this point. Do you understand the background here, or what's going on behind the scenes?
I would definitely need some notes in terms of going back and forth. It has been a literal flurry of litigation. There's been an interesting, the initial complaint came shortly before the Christmas holiday from Blake Lively's team, who went an interesting route to sort of get their narrative out. They went to a state agency where they filed an 80-page complaint that had quite a narrative of what happened on that film set from Blake Lively's perspective. Of course, we immediately got the countervailing perspective, and then on New Year's Eve, classic news dump, on New Year's Eve, we got the formal litigation from Justin Baldoni, another 80-plus page document from Justin Baldoni. So it has been like watching a tennis match. But as you said in your opening, even for jaded Hollywood insiders, this process has been revelatory as to how modern celebrity jousting, modern reputation management, crisis PR was once considered something for gigantic corporations, not individuals. But we are in a new era, as this whole thing has shown us.
Yeah, I think that is what has struck me the most coming out of this, the behind-the-scenes jousting on this, the behind-the-scenes negotiating and tactics that are taking place. I think it used to be most Hollywood stars would hire a publicist. That publicist would try and plant things on Page Six or other publications like that. And that's how you would have brand management and reputation management. And by the way, it's an important aspect of the business. People feel close to you because they think they know you. And so you do have to manage your reputation and your brand. But what's taking place now is crazy, at least from my understanding of things, to see these crisis management PR teams that are doing things on social media. It's just a different world from a media perspective, different way to reach things. And even if we don't know exactly what happened in this case, the idea that you would have crisis management people planting things on social media in the hopes that then picks up and kind of takes over and gets an organic run from something like that, it does change the way the entire industry is managed.
In the old days, both would have finished the movie, gone back, trashed each other privately at cocktail parties and lunches in Beverly Hills. Not anymore. Another thing that I think people have really keyed into is how much fans play a role. The fandom, which is a force unto itself, really, in so many areas, but the fandom, watching the hardcore fans, watching every bit, who follows who on social media, who unfollows who on social media. I mean, we've known social media is a gigantic force and it's changing everything. But this is one of those times where you step back and you think, wow, this is crazy. And even to the point of, one of the reasons this movie did well for sure was the book, Colleen Hoover. She also reflects a new trend of self-publishing, and she has taken herself to, incredible heights. This book was really popular. So you had a fandom around Colleen Hoover, who also who also has opinions about this. Everybody has a megaphone, and right now it's a pretty deafening fight right now over all of this. Certainly one factor here that you've got a very, very frustrated Hollywood studio saying, oh, my God, the hardest thing is to get an original hit. And now we have two people that are probably never going to be in the same room together unless it's a courtroom. So there's a lot to unpack here and a lot to go around.